Today, I'm going to tell you how to save money on your property taxes. I'm going to tell you how to apply for free, what are the deadlines, and how much money you can save. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I'm Reyna. I'm a real estate agent here in Houston, Texas with Jerry Fullerton Realty. I post new videos every week. If you're ready to learn something new, consider subscribing to my channel. That way you will be notified every time that I post a new video. If you're a homeowner here in Texas or you're thinking about buying, you will realize pretty soon that property taxes are somewhat high. However, if you apply for a homestead exemption, it will save you a little bit of money. Applying for a homestead exemption will benefit you in three ways. First, it will save you money on your property tax. Second, it will provide you an additional layer of protection in case you get sued or you have to file for bankruptcy, except if you owe back taxes, as far as I know. Remember, I'm not a lawyer. You need to consult with an attorney for legal advice. So applying for the homestead exemption not only saves you money, but it also protects your property. And the homestead cap, or limitation on increases to the appraised value of your home. This is very important, especially if the market is appreciating. This could provide very big tax savings. The cap is at 10%, meaning that your county cannot increase your appraised value, which is the value that the county uses to calculate your taxes, for more than 10% or more than the actual market value. What do you need to qualify for a homestead exemption? You have to apply, and it's free. If you need to download the form, you can click down below and you just have to fill it out and mail it to the address indicated in there. You only need to apply one time. You don't have to do it every year. You can apply between January the 1st and April the 30th. That way you will give time to the county to process your application prior to them sending the property tax statements. Do all homes qualify for a homestead exemption? The homeowner must use the property as their principal residence as of January the 1st on the year that they are trying to apply for the exception. The homeowner must be an individual. It cannot be a corporation or other business entity. If you're 65 years old or disabled, you also qualify. And the January 1st ownership and residency is not required. If you're not the sole owner of the property that you use as your primary residence, you still qualify. However, the exemption you receive will be based on the interest that you own. For example, if you own 50% of the property, you will receive only 50% of the exemption that you qualify for. So what happens if you have several properties? You can only claim one as your homestead. It has to be the one property that you occupy as your primary residence. As of September 1st, 2011, they require you to send a copy of your driver license, and your driver license has to have the same address than the property that you are claiming is your homestead. What are the savings that you're gonna get? As of today, you get $25,000 homestead exemption from your school district taxes. For example, if your assessed value is $100,000 and you get the $25,000 from the school district taxes, then you only pay taxes based on the $75,000. Harris County is offering an additional 20% homestead exemption to all homeowners that qualify for homestead. Again, if your appraised value is $100,000, you will pay Harris County related taxes based on $80,000, which is the 80% remaining. This will reduce your taxable value by $20,000 approximately. There's an optional exception that may be offered by any taxing unit, and the key is maybe. The taxing units could be the school district, the county, the city, or any special district. They will decide if they offer the exemption and the percentage. This exemption will be added to any other exemption that you already qualified for. Over 65 homeowners. If you're over 65, you may receive additional exemptions. Eligible as soon as you turn 65, school districts offer an additional $10,000 exemption. Another advantage for the over 65 exemption is the school tax ceiling. Once you qualify for your school taxes, your taxes will not increase unless you make improvements to the property. Other taxing units may, but are not required to offer to those homeowners that are over 65 an additional homestead exemption of at least $3,000, and sometimes it could be much more. Homeowners with disabilities. If you qualify, you will be eligible for an additional $10,000 for school taxes, in addition to the $25,000 that all homeowners get. Any tax unit can also offer at least an additional $3,000 homestead exemption to all disabled homeowners. They also qualify for the school tax ceiling. 100% disabled veterans. To qualify for this, the disability has to be service connected. If you qualify, 100% of the value of the homestead will be exempt. At the beginning of the year, Harris County will make a list of all the properties that were sold that had a prior homestead exemption. And as required by law, they will cancel the homestead exemption on the first of the year of the upcoming years. Also, Harris County will send a postcard to each person that has a homestead exemption to confirm they're still occupying the property. If the card is returned undeliverable, the homestead exemption will be removed. So just make sure that if you just bought a home, you send that homestead exemption application. Now, be aware of those companies that will charge you to file this application. I have a lot of buyers that become homeowners contact me because they receive a letter that looks very, very official, indicating that they can file this application, the homestead exemption application for you for a fee. You don't have to pay anybody. You can do this for free and it's very easy. If you don't know where to start, I have the link down below to the Harris County District where you can find all the information. If not, you can click on my link and send me a request. I will send you the actual form and also will send you the link to the Harris County District if you don't know where to find it. Well, now that you know what a homestead exemption is and how it can benefit you, start saving some money. Did you learn something new? Then consider subscribing to my channel. Also, click on the bell button next to it. That way you will get a notification every time that I post a new video. See you guys next week.